The air is thick with tension as the clock ticks away in the abandoned house. Suddenly, the floorboards creak, and a shadowy figure emerges from the darkness. It's him. The grinning man has returned to finish what he started. But who is this mysterious villain, and why does he have a creepy smile plastered on his face all the time? Let's find out. We begin our chilling tale in the desolate streets of London town, where fog clings to the gaslight like a shroud, and secrets lurk around every corner. Our story revolves around a peculiar character, the enigmatic Mr. E, a solitary man haunted by a gruesome past that continues to torment him even after 2 years. His nights are plagued by horrifying visions, each one more dreadful than the last. These haunting dreams, which feel uncomfortably real, center around a terrifying figure, the Grinning Man, who seems determined to make Mr. E's life a living hell. But who exactly is this sinister character? Why does he haunt Mr. E's dreams? What is the significance of his disturbing grin? To unravel these mysteries, we must delve into the murky depths of Mr. E's past. It all started 2 years prior when he stumbled upon a horrifying crime scene while walking home late one night. He had been an unsuspecting witness to a brutal murder, forever etching the traumatic event into his memory. The victim was a woman, her lifeless body sprawled across the floor, her face contorted in a silent scream. The sight of the woman's mutilated corpse left an indelible mark on Mr. E's psyche, a scar that refused to heal. As if witnessing the murder wasn't enough, Mr. E found himself face to face with the killer. The murderer's face was a grotesque sight, twisted into a macabre grin, revealing teeth that were as sharp and menacing as those of a wild animal. This chilling encounter sent shivers down Mr. E's spine, a memory that continued to haunt him long after the police had apprehended the killer and locked him away. What made the case even more perplexing was the killer's motive. He had been driven by a twisted sense of humor, deriving pleasure from the fear and suffering he inflicted on his victim. The police labeled the case as an insane crime, but for Mr. E, it was much more than that. It was a nightmare from which he couldn't wake up. To escape the haunting memories, Mr. E moved into an isolated house on the outskirts of town, hoping for a fresh start. But the killer's grin continued to mock him, appearing in his dreams and lurking at the edge of his vision even when he was awake. Driven to the brink, Mr. E turned to the authorities for help, seeking their assistance in apprehending the killer. However, the police were less than helpful, dismissing his concerns as the ravings of a madman. They believed that the killer's imprisonment had put an end to Mr. E's torment, but they were wrong. The killer had managed to escape from custody, and now he was on the loose once again. As if summoned by Mr. E's thoughts, the Grinning Man began to appear in person, not just in Mr. E's dreams. He became a fixture in Mr. E's nightmares, always just out of sight, yet his presence was a constant source of dread. The house where Mr. E sought refuge quickly became a prison rather than a sanctuary. Trapped within its four walls, Mr. E found himself at the mercy of his own demons and the relentless taunts of the Grinning Man. Driven by desperation, he reached out to an old friend, Detective Inspector Lemon, hoping for some much-needed support. Little did he know that this seemingly innocuous request would lead to a series of events that would change his life forever. As the story unfolds, we meet Detective Inspector Lemon, a seasoned investigator with a sharp intellect and an unwavering determination to seek the truth. He had known Mr. E since their university days, and their friendship had endured the test of time. When Mr. E contacted him, Lemon wasted no time in dropping everything and rushing to his aid. Upon arriving at Mr. E's house, Lemon is immediately struck by the palpable tension that hangs in the air. It's as if the very walls are closing in on Mr. E, suffocating him with their dark secrets. As he steps inside, he finds Mr. E in a state of utter despair, his eyes wide with terror, his voice shaking as he recounts his horrifying experiences. Lemon listens intently, his expression growing grave with each passing moment. He knows his friend well enough to recognize the sincerity in his voice and the stark madness in his eyes. Dismissing the police's belief that Mr. E was simply mad, Lemon decides to take matters into his own hands. He begins his investigation, determined to uncover the truth behind the Grinning Man's sinister grin and the motive that drove him to commit such heinous acts. As Lemon delves deeper into the case, he uncovers a web of deceit and corruption that reaches far beyond the confines of their small town. He discovers that the killer was not just a madman, but a member of a secret society, an organization with sinister intentions and an insatiable thirst for power. The society's symbol, a grotesque, grinning mask, sends shivers down Lemon's spine, connecting the dots between the killer and the haunting figure in Mr. E's dreams. With each new revelation, the danger Lemon faces grows exponentially. He finds himself in a race against time, desperately trying to stay one step ahead of the society's ruthless members who will stop at nothing to protect their secrets. As the story reaches its climax, Lemon finds himself face to face with the leader of the secret society, a charismatic and influential figure who has managed to evade the law for years. The confrontation is nothing short of epic, a battle of wits and determination between the forces of good and evil, with the fate of countless lives hanging in the balance. Lemon must summon all his courage and cunning to outmaneuver the society's leader and bring him to justice. The final showdown is a nail-biting affair, leaving readers on the edge of their seats. Will Lemon succeed in exposing the society's evil deeds and putting an end to the Grinning Man's reign of terror? Or will he become another victim of their sinister schemes? Now, let's talk about the costume and makeup of this creepy character. The Grinning Man is truly a sight to behold, or perhaps I should say not to behold, given his terrifying appearance. His mask is a grotesque representation of a human face, but with a sinister twist. It's adorned with exaggerated features with sharp-pointed teeth that protrude from his mouth like the fangs of a predatory beast. The skin stretched taut over his cheekbones, giving him a gaunt, otherworldly appearance. But it's his eyes that truly send shivers down the spine. Hollowed-out sockets that seem to stare into your soul, devoid of any humanity, only filled with an abyss of darkness. The mask itself is crafted from materials that only add to its creepiness. Perhaps it's made from leather, stretched and pulled to form the distorted features, or maybe it's carved from wood, each line and crevice meticulously designed to evoke a sense of dread. Whatever the material, it's clear that the Grinning Man's costume and makeup are meant to be as disturbing as possible, creating a visual spectacle that haunts the viewers long after they've seen it. And now, let's focus on the actor portraying this chilling role. The actor chosen to play the Grinning Man must possess a unique set of skills to truly bring this character to life. Their physical appearance should have the ability to evoke both curiosity and revulsion, perhaps with an unconventionally striking look that sets them apart from the ordinary. But it's their ability to disappear into the role that makes them perfect for this part. The actor must have the talent to transform themselves completely, becoming one with the character and leaving their own personality at the door. Through their body language and mannerisms, the actor should convey a sense of unease, perhaps a slight twitch or an unnatural stillness that hints at the darkness that lies beneath. The audience should feel a sense of impending doom whenever the Grinning Man appears on stage or screen, knowing that they are in the presence of something truly sinister. As we conclude our exploration of the Grinning Man, we are left with a sense of unease and a desire for answers. Who is this enigmatic character, and what drives him to commit such heinous acts? The mystery surrounding his motives only adds to his allure, keeping us intrigued and on the edge of our seats. If you enjoyed this chilling tale, we invite you to stay tuned for more spine-tingling stories. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Share your thoughts and theories about the Grinning Man. We'd love to hear your perspective on this enigmatic character and his disturbing grin. Also, don't forget to hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for joining us on this terrifying journey, and we'll see you next time.